My bathroom is becoming famous on YouTube. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh well, stay tuned for an updated tour of my bathroom system. Hello YouTube, Chris the Frugal Audiophile here. In this video, I want to give you an updated tour of my bathroom system. Now I recognize that this is the third time I have done this, and that's because I keep changing things. And I haven't changed everything, but a lot has changed since my last update a couple of years ago. So to begin with, I will talk about what has stayed the same. And that is mainly just the speakers. They're the only thing. Of course, the speaker wires and the banana plugs that I used on them are the same as well. But otherwise, everything else has changed in this system. And the reason for that is I really like these speakers. These are the Dayton MK402s, and for the price, it just can't be beat. Unfortunately, they're not as easy to find these days as they once were. I think you can still get them on Parts Express, but as far as Amazon is concerned right now, they are a no-go. You can get the tower version, but I think that would be a bit much in here. So these speakers are great. They do a good job. They have plenty of sound and volume for this room, and I really enjoy using them. I think I've had them for 2 years now. So now what's changed? Well, to begin with, you'll see there on the right side of your screen, on top of the toilet there. Oh, and I did exchange out for the towel that was there some shelf liner because that speaker kept falling off and has actually taken some damage. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's more on the back side of it. You can see some damage there, but yeah, that speaker definitely has fallen a few times. So I put in some shelf liner to help stop it from falling, and that has done the trick. So that's the first thing I changed. Next, you will see on the bottom right hand of your screen there is the Smsl M100, and this is a replacement amp for their SA50, which has been around for years. And if you recall, that's actually what I used to have in here, but I have replaced it with this one. It's a better quality amp. It's more compact. It actually has Bluetooth input as well, which comes in handy. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So that's the amplifier, and this is a great amplifier, perfect for this room, plenty of power. And right next to it, looking very similar, you will see the Smsl M100, and that is their new compact DAC. This is their entry-level DAC. Oh, and by the way, both of these pieces cost around 70 bucks. So 140 bucks for a DAC and an amp. Separate DAC and amp, mind you. So I think that's pretty amazing. And the reason why I had to get an amp, the reason why I had to get a DAC is because I am now using, as you see it on top there, the third generation Apple TV as my audio source. And the reason why is because through AirPlay, I am able to distribute audio throughout my house. So this acts as an AirPlay station. It doesn't matter if it's the newer or the older Apple TV, it works just great. And I'm able to distribute the audio throughout my house with absolutely no issues. And so, well, that's actually not true. Sometimes I have to reset it, but that's, just a quirk. Actually, I think it's a quirk with my Wi-Fi, but I'm going to be working on that. So anyway, I had to get a DAC because the Apple TV 3rd gen, it only has optical audio output. Actually, the new one doesn't even have that. But anyway, it's got an optical audio output or HDMI. So you could use an HDMI audio extractor, but I thought, nah, why bother with that extra cabling? And so I'm using this M100 as my DAC connected with a fiber optic cable. Works perfectly. And then that connects to the SA100 as the amplifier. And so that is basically the guts of my audio system, and it works out perfectly. The M100 does have a few different inputs, such as coaxial and USB. I'm just using the optical audio and then using a USB power brick to power the thing. And that's working out perfectly. So those things work together. And then you also see there in between the speaker and the amp and DAC combo is an Alexa. Now, if you recall my last system, I had a Eufy Genie, which was...
I'm sorry. I thought I heard my name.
And I just set up my Alexa. Oh well, keeping it in there. So Anyway, if you recall my last system, I had a Eufy, which was an Echo Dot that also had built-in AirPlay features, and that worked okay, but I was not that thrilled with its sound quality, and I also didn't like the fact that you couldn't change its name, so it just was always Eufy on my network, and yeah, I just wasn't thrilled with the device overall. However, I did get used to having an Echo Dot in here because little, probably too much information, but when I'm using the bathroom, I play games using my Echo Dot. And so I missed having that. When I added that the Apple TV, it just does the music, does it well, but I missed the games. And so I went ahead and purchased, I think it was on Prime Day, an Echo Dot, $20. Now the cool thing is I have the Echo Dot connected to the SA100 with with Bluetooth, because that way I can have both the Apple TV and the Echo Dot connected at the same time. And if you double click the power button rapidly on the SA100, it switches to Bluetooth and it automatically connects to the Amazon Echo, and bada bing, you're good to go. You're set up, and you can play some games using good speakers. I don't have to do that every time, and I don't always do that. If I just have a quick question for her, I will leave it unconnected with the Bluetooth. So that's really handy, and another good reason why I got this new amplifier, because the SA50 does not have that functionality built into it. So other than a couple of new cables, I also got a power strip. Let's see if you can see it. There's my sink down there. But I got a power strip with a long cable on it. So that because the power outlet is over there. Anyway, so that's the power strip that I'm using. It's very handy. It's probably not a great surge protector, but that's it anyway. One thing I did have to add was sticky tack, because I broke the pegs on these speakers taking them on and off. So we're going to look over here. There's the other speaker on my shelving system, and you probably see some sticky tack residue on there because I took the cover off and that's what's left. But that's what the speaker looks like on without the cover. And so there, it gives you a good look of where that speaker is. For a bathroom, I would say this is a pretty epic system. Oh, and the cost. Well, I had the Apple TV, but they're, I think, $70-$80 on eBay, because you can't buy them new anymore. And then the Alexa is $20. That's $90. The DAC and the amp are each $70. That's $140. So that's $230. And then the speakers are $60 to $70. So let's just call it, with cabling and banana plugs and all that, let's call it an even $300. And I think that's pretty awesome for the quality that I'm getting out of this system. Now, not everybody is going to have a $300 audio system in their bathroom, and I get it. But this is one of the main places where I listen to music, and I just really enjoy having great audio in this room. And this is really, it's a great system. I'm very happy with it. Are there any upgrades that I would like to make to it? Other than maybe two. Maybe a better amplifier, but I like the way that those two look together. Oh, and you probably seen on the front of them, they have brake light tape. That's because those displays are like the surface of the sun beaming in your face, and I wanted to tone them down. For nighttime, because it's just too bright in here and distracting, and so I put brake light tape over them, which is like that red opaque tape that you can purchase. And the other upgrade I would probably say would be adding a sub. Unfortunately, this amplifier does not have a subwoofer output, so I'd have to have something that has speaker level input and output, which would be handy anyway with a crossover. I'm thinking maybe the 8-inch Dayton Sub 800, but I don't know if I really need a sub in this room. It's so hard to tame the bass and just to EQ the music in an echoey, tiny room like this where your placement is just not ideal. So I may get a sub someday, but I'm just not sure it's worth $100 for that Sub 800 to even try in this room. you know, we'll see. So yeah, that's my system. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too much. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to my channel, maybe give me a thumbs up, and also consider becoming a Patreon.